Yo, cultural Confederates! It's another racist news update. Racist news update, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, I do these racist news updates, queer news updates, politicians behaving badly segments. So somebody has been sending all these racist texts to black folks across the United States. And coincidentally here, post-election, just after Trump gets elected, we hear about all these racist texts that have been sent out. So here are the headlines that are out there about this. Welcome back to the channel, Culture Confederacy. Here it's Sunday night, so happy Sunday, everybody. And if you're new to the channel, no fancy graphics, epic soundtracks, pretty boy camera angles. It's you, me, my smartphone, the news of the day, and this mission, this crusade to preserve great art, music, history, and culture. And sometimes point out the absurdity of culture. And I'm not buying this. I think this is a hoax. And I think random people are getting this text. In fact, a 12-year-old, according to one of the headlines here, got a text, one of these texts. I'll read you what the text says. But here are the headlines that are out there about this. KTLA 5, Southern California officials address racist text messages sent to black students nationwide. WISN 12, Milwaukee 12-year-old receives racist text message. ABC 7, Los Angeles, LAUSD investigating racist text sent to students as LA leader calls for state of emergency. And over at Fox, authorities investigate disturbing racist text messages sent across the country. Well, I have a question here. How do you know this is specifically being targeted to black Americans? Because when I worked at a call center, actually I was doing some surveys of the phone for the local health department. And we never had lists. We would just have random numbers that were generated, and there were no names attached to them. Now, it is possible that, let's say you buy a recycled smartphone, that somebody's first name could be on that phone. That is a possibility. Maybe perhaps their last name. But you would really, really have to dig for somebody's name attached to a particular number. Generally speaking, you're not going to find that. You just have a number that's assigned to somebody. You have security issues, when you own a smartphone. Identity theft's out there. So I'm not buying the story. Yes, I believe that maybe somebody is pulling a prank here and sending out these texts. Now, if you have evidence that somebody's full name is attached to the phone number, let me know in the comment section below. If you receive one of these texts, I want to know about it. Because I've said this before. If we're going to get to the bottom of racism in this country, in this thing called the United States, bring it to the bottom of racism, sexism, homophobia, then we have to root it out wherever it may live, wherever it may breed. So here is what the text actually says. Now, this is a real scream. Not this hoax that's being perpetrated here. Don't get me wrong, okay? But the way that this is worded, you have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Please have your belongings together by 10 p.m. sharp or 10 a.m. They don't even give a time here. They just say 10 o'clock sharp. Is it a.m.? Is it p.m.? Is this like the cable guy? Well, we could show up between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. We might be there between 2 and 5 p.m., 3 and 4 p.m. We don't know. We'll be there sometime during the day. Be ready. Our executive slaves, now I have never known in researching slavery in the United States that any slave was ever called an executive slave. May have been an overseer, pardon me. So you may have had an overseer or, slaves that were a little higher up on the chain, on the plantation, that would oversee certain operations day to day. But I've never known these slaves to be called executive slaves. So that's a dead ringer right there that something's not right here. This is a hoax. Again, I'm not saying that somebody is not sending these texts out. I'm saying that what they're sending out is obviously, it's got to be a hoax here. And our executive slaves will come to pick you up in a yellow van. They don't mention the location now. So all we have is a time. We don't know if it's AM or PM. And they're going to pick you up somewhere in a yellow van, but we don't know the exact location. Be prepared to be searched down when you reach the plantation. You are in Group B. Good day. Is anybody buying this? Again, if you have received one of these texts, I would like to know. Let me know in the comment section below. Because I'll call these idiots out. Hey, dumbass, don't be sending out these texts. Now the FBI is involved. Executive slaves. Now, it is true that states like Colorado back in 2018 didn't officially become free states until that time. I think, was it Mississippi 2013, because they failed to turn in their paperwork for the 13th Amendment to the National Archives, which is what each state was supposed to do once they adopted the 13th Amendment to their state constitution. Well, there was an oversight in Mississippi. So they didn't send this paperwork in. Somebody discovered the oversight until 2013. So Mississippi wasn't really a free, I can't even talk, wasn't even a free state until 2013, when it sent its paperwork into the National Archives. And Colorado stripped all of the quote-unquote slave language out of its constitution back in 2018. So, again, I'm not buying this. This is a hoax. It's obviously got to be a hoax. Because, again, you're just giving a blanket time here. 10 o'clock could be 10 in the morning. It could be 10 at night. And is it Pacific time? Is it East Coast time? Is it, Mountain time? Is it Hawaii's time? American Samoa? Executive slaves. So, pardon me, took in some air there. We're doing this in one take time. So if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. You can follow me at Instagram, hashtag Jason Composes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can go to X, Culture Confederacy, at Culture Confed 1 on X. Now you can find me at Substack. But again, those of you who feel the need to be smartasses and send these texts out, you need to stop, okay? This isn't helping anything, and it's not furthering your cause here. So thanks for being with me. Y'all have a good Sunday night. I'll catch you later, and take care.